3, 2, 1.
This is the Girls Code. Hi girlies, hi ladies, you are welcome to Girls Code. This, of course, is the Girls Code and always one conversation at a time. I welcome you all to the Girls Code. My name is Bernice Esia Kopra, A to the S, the U to the A to the K-O. So today I am promising you, in fact, it is stipulated to be very exciting, entertaining, and then impactful, and as well, insightful. Because we are going to give you the motivational quotes, and then when we are done, we'll give you the DI words. Where are my student leaders? Where are my girly leaders? Today we are going to be talking about the women in leadership. You understand? And for the guests, don't worry, I'm reserving it. You understand? Stay tuned. So I am not doing this alone. I am doing this with my beautiful.
You're making me blush already.
You have to.
Anyways, my name is Munira and welcome once again to another episode of Girls Code. I know you've been waiting. Yes, this is another Tuesday. This is another day. Sorry, it's another wonderful day. And guess what? Like Isiako said earlier, today's cake canai is like Charlie, ladies on top. Oh, we are on top. Yeah, and I know. You see, you have to miss it. When you miss it, you're missing a lot. Just chill. Take a deep breath and relax. Join this train as we embark on a beautiful trailer with our guest for today. And before we proceed, let's go for a quick turn. And when we return, I'm going to give you the uplifting insights for today. Remember that this show is proudly brought to you by GA Schools. They say train, practice, and achieve.
Do stay.
Welcome to GH Schools, your #1 training institute that offers practical-based tuition in media and a variety of skill acquisition-related areas. At GH Media School, we offer journalism and media studies, journalism and media arts, TV and film production, and multimedia production. Also, you are assured of the best beauty training with GH Cosmetology School. We offer training in massage and body therapy, makeup artistry, hair technology, pedicure and manicure, and eye enhancement. Realize your dream of becoming an astute fashion designer with GH Fashion School. Here, we offer training in bridal wear, suits, ladies and men's wear, children's wear, and millinery. Do you have the interest of preparing sumptuous and tasty foods that meets local and international standards? Then, GH Catering School is the best place for you. We offer training in cookery, pastry and beverage production, events decoration, and hotel management. Be abreast with the current technological trends as you train with GH Technology School. We offer computer systems, hardware and software, CCTV installation, home security, and many more. GH Schools makes available well-equipped studios and workstations to give our learners the practical and industrial standard experience during tuition. Hostel facilities are also available. Instant admission is in progress. Register now. Purchase your admission forms online on www.admissions.gaschools.online. Locate us at Achimota Abofu Junction, opposite the Shell filling station. You can also contact us on 0544 622 250, 0577 622 250, 0204 622 250, and 0277 622 250. GH Schools. We say train, practice, achieve.
Welcome back from that quick commercial. And like I said earlier, we have the uplifting insight. And today, since we will be talking about leadership, today's uplifting insight story is solely based on leadership. And it says that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality, says Warren Bennis. I come again. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality, says Warren Bennis. You know, most of the time, people think the only time one is defined as a leader is when he or she stands in front of a group of people, and then commands them, demands them, tell them to do this, that, shouting and yelling. No. Every leader has a vision. Every leader has an objective he or she aims to achieve. Here lies the case most people think the only people who are suitable to become leaders are men. No. Don't forget the power of a woman. When a woman stands in front and she says she's leading her people, no matter what the issue is, no matter what the situation is, no matter where she finds herself, no matter the circumstance, once she's firm on her feet, she is willing to achieve that goal or objective. So, hey, don't underestimate the power of a woman, because when she's up there, nothing can stop her. And that is where we bring today's guest into the picture. I don't want to reveal much. I leave that to Esiako to do that part. And yes, today we are going to talk about leadership. So hey, stay firm in your seat. Join us as we delve into the cake corner for our discussion for today.
Hi ladies, so welcome to the Cake Corner. You know, in here we give you the juicy, the sumptuous, the sweet, because it's cake. Oh, cake should be sweet, but then we say it as it is. So on today we are having our main discussion. So the main discussion is basically going to be about women leadership, empowering the women. And you know, when we have discussions like that, I make sure that I bring someone who strikes the chord. Somebody who relates harmoniously with whatever we are bringing on board with the main discussion. So this person is, in 2020, she was the 4th runner-up in Ghana's Most Beautiful. And then she represented the Upper East region. She also has Masters in International Relations Diplomacy. And then she is a former Women's Commissioner at SCIMPA. Ladies and gentlemen, she is also aspiring for Secretary for Women Development at the National Union Ghana Students. Hey! It's not funny, yo. Today we are going to talk about serious stuff. You know, if you're a lady and then you envision yourself to be a leader, don't be afraid. Go for it. Go for it. Don't be afraid, you know. And the leadership is not about you standing in front of people or a lot of people and telling them that do this, do that. No. The fact that you wake up early in the morning, look into the mirror and see yourself to be good, and then you step out for people to say, oh, hey, you're looking beautiful. Oh, I look up to you. I like the way you look. That is it. That is it, because you are helping someone to grow. You are helping someone to thrive. So maybe the person used to dress in some way, but because of you, the person is dressing very nicely. That is leadership. So if you envision yourself, lady, go for it, yeah? So let's delve in straight into our discussion for today. So this lady is no other person than, can you guess? Join the clique, join the community, join the Girls Code. It is only on Girls Code that we can decrypt, we can decipher that code for you. So we have Sandra Talata Mabel Dobel. I got it right.
Yeah, you did.
Because and I also have Nira here.
Yeah, of course. Always into joy. Yeah, her name is quite interesting. You know,
yes.
Names are not only for just anybody. You see, the name alone
heavy.
Something. The name
Very
is heavy. You when you hear the name, everything has to be at ease.
That's right.
So how has it been aspiring for the Secretary for Women Development?
Yeah. It's not been easy. I mean, it's been a roller coaster having to tour the whole of Ghana, visiting schools,
okay,
right from junior high schools to private university, government university, teacher training, nursing training. I mean, so everywhere. It's not been easy. I mean, but it's been a very good experience because at the end of the day, you get to meet people, you connect more with
People.
people, you share ideas and all that.
Okay.
And so I think that's the good thing about it. But I'm enjoying it and all.
Wow, so you started from Gimpa.
Yes, I started. No, leadership for me started right at junior high school. No, even
Wow.
primary.
Okay.
Yeah,
Primary.
yeah.
What were you?
I was the entertainment girls prefect
Hey.
in primary. Yeah. Then when I went to JHS,
Oh,
I
yeah?
was the compound girls prefect.
Okay.
Wow.
Then right from there to senior high school, I was the senior girls prefect
Oh.
and the SRC vice president.
Okay.
Then to Kufuria Technical University, I was the first PRO for Institute of Distance Learning.
Oh.
I mean, I'm
And,
admiring you already.
Then to GIMPA, I became the Women's Commissioner. I
Women's
served with
Commissioner.
Samini. He was my president.
Okay.
Then from there, I thought maybe I would end politics, but here I am running for the National Union of
Well,
Finance
then you're not
Students.
done yet.
I'm not done yet. I mean, there is still more ahead. And
Yeah,
there
you're
are more
not
steps
done
you need
yet.
to climb.
Yeah,
That's
so-
a lot.
I remember GHSDM.
Mhm.
I was being appointed for compound prefect also.
Mhm.
And with that appointment, you are supposed to go around for people to vote for you or something.
Yeah.
I wasn't voted for.
And how did you feel?
I didn't go to school the next day.
Seriously. Then what would a school prefect say?
I know how it feels. Like
No, the feeling.
Yeah. you would feel quite unwanted. You feel like people don't like you around because you expected people. You know the way people smile,
Yeah.
you expected them to come all out for you. But at the end of the day, if you don't get them to vote, it's like, oh, so you guys were just smiling at
So all
me.
this while
Yeah.
you get is all this while you guys
So-
were just smiling.
To embark on that leadership journey is not easy, but you need to be strong. You need to empower your own self. You need to inspire your own self. And there should be a few people around you should look up to.
Look
I
up
think,
to.
yeah.
Okay. But you being in this leadership thing or even aspiring for the secretary, do we have men in there? Are they a threat or are they posing threats to you?
I have met men in my space of leadership. It's quite funny how I gel better with the men. And most of the time, I'm strong-willed. I'm a woman of my own words. I don't go against that. I'm very precise,
Okay.
straightforward.
Okay.
And so often people are like, "Hey, this person don't even go to a space with this thing."
Mm-hmm.
So often, most of the time, I don't get to experience very tough situations where I have to deal with fighting people and all that. I mean, they do come. It's inevitable. You meet people, and some people just want to be on your
Yeah.
toes and all that. But I mean, I've always gelled better with men, and often it's the men that push initiatives that I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in a situation whereby, let's say you're aspiring for a particular position and then your opponent tends to be a man,
Mm.
and you know the notion that once there's a man, he has to be the head. And
Yeah.
even if there's a deputy, you should go to the woman. How have you felt, or what happens when you find yourself?
I
in
have
such a
I have never
situation?
felt that the head should always be the man. I mean, it's a natural phenomenon that the man is the head, but it's not applicable in all situations. When we talk about taking care of the house, you would never say that the man should be the head of taking care of children. That is directed to the women. And so it's not in every situation that the head should be the man. In situations where I've battled men in elections and all that, I've never seen them as any big threat to me because I thought this is something, a space we all want to find ourselves. In as much
Okay.
as you bear the qualities, I bear it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a woman. I believe that I even carry more
You have the power,
power
baby girl.
compared to a
And
man.
then-
And so
Yeah.
I've never been shaken or threatened by a man. Yeah.
Okay.
How about your cultural values? Because you happen to be
Yeah, from the north.
Yeah,
From
and
the
then with the
Upper
north, you
East.
know how they always underestimate the power
Yeah.
of women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
so-
always meant to
you
stay
know-
indoors.
I am Christian. I'm not Muslim,
Oh.
but
Oh,
I come from
okay.
the north.
Mhm.
A typical northern zone, a typical northern setup. My home is a typical northern setup. Fortunately, I have parents who have education, who are quite
Oh, okay.
educated, and so they understand the dynamics of having a woman
Mhm.
Okay.
in the space. Personally, my parents have never forced me to stay at home. I mean, they've empowered me rather to do more.
To do more.
And
That's it.
because of where I come from, people have the notion that your space is at home.
Mm-hmm.
I have always disputed that fact and gone out to do more. I feel like even in my home, the women in my space, the women are even empowered more than the men.
Wow.
Yes, and so that idea of you belonging to the kitchen, no. So that's how I have a foundation, a Marble Care Foundation after GMB.
Okay.
We set that up to empower ladies, especially in the Upper East region,
Mm-hmm.
to take up leadership roles, to, build their mindsets, build themselves. So I know that my space is not just within, because I had a documentary where we had one lady drop out of school, JHS2.
Why?
And then she dropped out of school to marry her colleague who is a step ahead of her, JHS3. Funny.
Huh?
And she was not willing to go back to school. She was ready to commit suicide if her parents stopped her from marrying the guy. And these are very delicate situations that I look up to want to inspire the young ones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was one other lady also who was married to one pastor in the village in Bolga. She left all the way from Bolga to the village back to school, and then she was like senior girls prefect. I'm told she's very smart.
Wow.
Then she came back to
she
came back to the village to tell them, look, I want to study. I was told I'm going to stay with the man. He's going to help me further education, but it looked like I was going to get married to him. And then she came back to the village, and she was a senior girls prefect, very smart girl. And so I have always believed.
Women are so powerful.
Oh yes, I have always believed in the idea of you knowing what you want to do and you going for it. Because if you call yourself in a particular shell, expecting that somebody should carry you out in a space like mine from the Upper East region, you won't get anyone to encourage you to come out. Because one, people even in the Upper East region are battling poverty. There's nothing much going on there. And so to even get money to fund for yourself is a problem.
It's a problem.
I think on Friday,
yeah,
I had a call from the village about my cousins asking me to talk to my MP to fund the fees of one gentleman who wants to attend nursing training because he's gotten lots of admissions, but he's unable to pay for them. And this time when they came to me, I was wondering, how do we raise the money? I know thanks to social media, I put it out there. My foundation was able. His deadline was yesterday, and I got the call on Friday. Just yesterday, we got somebody to pay that 5,500.
Oh,
and this is a
that
meal.
wonderful?
You get it. So for me to come out of a space where women are being underrated, and now it is a woman who is offering help and assistance to even the men in the village. It's a plus for me, and this is something that even encourages me more to do. Encourages me to do more, and that won't, because I mean, having the idea of being threatened by a man it's never been a thing
free
for
camping.
me.
Yeah. No, I mean, she's doing so much. Like, how many, even men, how many men can actually do this? Take this bold step?
And funny, I have, sometimes I even get to a space when men feel like, hey, for this lady, she carries some aura. That's the kind of energy, that's the kind of spirit women should possess. That nobody can even undermine you or even quench the fire you have. Yeah.
So let's say, how do you understand leadership? And then how do you use leadership in your daily lives?
So people feel leadership is dragging people along wherever you go. And
having followership.
Leadership is not just leading people. Leadership is being ready to serve the people who have given you that power. Leadership is you pulling people along, not to where they want to go, but where they ought to be. Leadership is you being submissive to the people you are leading. And leadership is you having mission and vision for what you are doing and people. And leadership is you looking forward to the success story that will come at the end of the day. All those things comes up to, to the term leadership. But in most situations, people confuse leadership to how do we say, control. People feel when you are a leader, you should control people, but that's not the space. I'm well known in Gimpa for grooming ladies. Since I took over the office of the Women's Commissioner, it's been 2 years now. We've had 2 women's commissioners after me, and consistently they've been my daughters and girls I groomed in my office.
Wow.
Oh wow,
that's good.
They are girls I groomed in my office, and I groomed them because I felt one was somebody who could not talk at all. And so I paired her with somebody. They ran for the same position. And the other one won and made the other one head the PT, and they worked together.
Okay.
Currently, the one who is occupying the position is my daughter, who I also groomed. And so when I say leadership is pulling people not to where they want to go, but where they ought to be, that is what I mean.
Yeah.
And so when you are leaders, you inspiring the people around you, you encouraging the people around you to do more. It shouldn't be that because you're a leader, you would always want to serve. There would be a time when you wouldn't have that energy to serve anymore. And so when you were a leader, I remember one of my girls, when she was handing over to the current one, she was delivering her speech and somebody called me. Where are you? I'm like, I'm home. After my paper, I had to rush home. How come somebody is reading her speech and your name has appeared like 3 times at the beginning, the middle, and the end? And they don't understand like what's happening. Like, this girl is delivering and she's just mentioning your name. I was like, yes. All my projects I could not do, I gave everything to her, sent her my budget, guided her, and ensured that everything was well executed. So her administration is like me undercover.
Okay.
So I think that is why she's doing that. And since then, that person I've been very good friend, and she is even currently championing my campaign for the national level.
Wow.
And so this is how leadership is. At the end of the day, you get to even meet people and connect more. Yeah.
That's good. Actually, like, I'm flattered. I don't know. When I see women like this, it boosts my morale. Like, it makes me feel like, girl, you can go further.
Do something.
Because, you know, my experience, for instance, when I was in senior high school, anytime there is a project, they divide us into groups. And normally, you know how school is.
Yeah.
When they give an assignment to a project, no one wants to do it.
Yeah.
One person should do it, and they all come behind you like, oh, we're in the same
We are in the same group.
And when it's my turn, they're like, oh, she's a girl, then what is she coming to do? Then they underestimate me. But when it's time to do the presentation, because they know I'm very good at speaking and coming
They expect you to
then they'll call like, oh, when you're coming to do the presentation. But when I'm sharing my view or my opinion about the whole project, they're like, oh yeah, girl, what do you know? What do you know? And it's really underestimated.
I mean, these are a few things women experience. But in recent times, there's been this uprise from women where women are not ready to settle for less. We currently are in a space where you see women trying to do even better, try to even go harder than the men. I have married men who are friends, and they tell me, look, majority of them tell me, look, it's my wife that takes care of home. Now I barely even give chop money.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's also empowerment.
Yes, that is empowerment. We have something we call women in development, women for development. And when we say women in development, it's like giving women the opportunity to partake in developmental roles. Women for development is giving women the chance to stand for development. When you empower women like that, they develop even the space, they develop and even develop men.
Yeah.
Because imagine you don't give me any education, and you educate the man. At the end of the day, the man comes to marry me. The man will still suffer and struggle because at the end, I won't understand anything from his. I won't understand his vision. I won't understand his ambitions. Exactly. I can't even help him in any way. And it's going to affect the children we are, because at the end of the day, I'm going to give them primitive training. And they wouldn't be able to even fit into the society so well, no matter how much you blend them, because at the end of the day, they'll go to school, come back and spend their time with their mother. And you, the man, would not even be. So the idea of helping or training women or trying to put women in a should not just be something men will feel we are competing with them. It should be something, an idea of feeling that I'm helping the woman to help me. And so I believe that if we're able to do that, we can all progress successfully and
push very harder. So that comes to women in politics. You know, there is a notion that politics are for men. Do you understand?
They have the man that have the balls.
They have the balls to stand or become the presidents. They have the balls to become the ministers and then MPs and all that.
What a man can do, women can do better.
Yes.
That this statement.
You know something? I have witnessed the administration of 2 presidents from the National Union of Ghana Students.
Okay.
And the main people that their projects and programs head are women.
Wow.
The president is a man, but the one in charge of the programs and
And the
projects is a woman.
Okay.
From the previous administration to the current administration has been the same.
Wow.
And I keep asking myself, where are the men?
Where are the men?
It is the man whose face is out there. By the end of the day, it's the woman who's championing from behind.
Yeah.
So why don't we put our face out there?
And so the idea of women is men who are into. You go to Rwanda today, and 60% of their parliamentarians are women.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Rwanda today, and their women are championing everything. Their women are leading.
Mm-hmm.
It is high time we adopt that here in Ghana.
Yeah.
And I feel women are. We have KNUST now. They have their president a
Leaders,
female.
yeah,
We
the
have
SRC
UDS Tamale.
president.
We have the SRC president a female.
Okay.
We have Nyankpala Campus UDS. The SRC president a female.
Oh, and even
We
in
have-
GA schools.
We
too.
have Christian.
Yes.
We have Christian Heritage.
Yeah.
Their women's. The SRC president a female. Unimac IJ a female.
A
Currently,
female.
Yeah.
GA schools too.
The
Oh,
president is a
the
female.
female.
Yes.
We have
which
UE
is advised by males.
And we have UESD too. I don't think the stereotype behind women in politics and no. For me, I don't buy into that idea. I've been in politics, and honestly, it is not difficult. As a woman trying to find your feet in the political space, it's not difficult. Before you get there, you will need the men to assist you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before you get there, you will need, because you find yourself in a situation where the woman may find you even competing with them.
Yeah.
And it is the men who, at the end of the day, help you.
I like that fact. I like the fact that we are not throwing shades at the men.
No.
Yeah.
You know,
Everyone
we need
plays a
them,
role.
and they also need
Yes,
us.
everyone
They have
plays a
to.
role.
We have to be empowered to help
Exactly,
them.
exactly.
That is it. So we want to be working side by side. It's not as if we want to take over and become the president or what
Yeah.
have you. We can also do something.
Right.
So you, on that note, the tension in the house, eh? So we are going for a quick commercial break. You know, we have to appreciate our sponsors. But then if you are just tuning in, we are not done. We are not done. Wait, we are not done. Still stay tuned with us and stick with us. We are just going for a quick commercial break to appreciate our sponsors. So we are talking about women empowerment or women in leadership. Let's go for a quick commercial break. When we are back, the show continues. Do stay with us.
Welcome to GH Schools, your #1 training institute that offers practical-based tuition in media and a variety of skill acquisition-related areas. At GH Media School, we offer journalism and media studies, journalism and media arts, TV and film production, and multimedia production. Also, you are assured of the best beauty training with GH Cosmetology School. We offer training in massage and body therapy, makeup artistry, hair technology, pedicure and manicure, and eye enhancement. Realize your dream of becoming an astute fashion designer with GH Fashion School. Here, we offer training in bridal wear, suits, ladies and men's wear, children's wear, and millinery. Do you have the interest of preparing sumptuous and tasty foods that meets local and international standards? Then GH Catering School is the best place for you. We offer training in cookery, pastry and beverage production, events decoration, and hotel management. Be abreast with the current technological trends as you train with GH Technology School. We offer computer systems, hardware and software, CCTV installation, home security, and many more. GH Schools makes available well-equipped studios and workstations to give our learners the practical and industrial standard experience during tuition. Hostel facilities are also available. Instant admission is in progress. Register now. Purchase your admission forms online on www.admissions.gaschools.online. Locate us at Achimota Abofu Junction, opposite the Shell filling station. You can also contact us on 0544 622 250, 0577 622 250, 0204 622 250, and 0277 622 250. GH Schools. We say train, practice, achieve.
You are welcome back to the Girls Code. Thank you so much for staying with us. We are going to continue our conversation. If you've still not joined our social media platform, please do. So we are talking about women empowerment and then leadership. And then we have our sweet guest here Sandra, who is doing this, the honest.
All right. So, Quintalata, there was this question I've been meaning to ask you
Right.
throughout. I just wanted you to relax till I asked. So, while aspiring for all these various positions, what are some of the challenges you faced, and how were you able to overcome these challenges?
The biggest problem you face is financial challenges
Okay.
because taking up political roles or leadership roles,
yeah.
you need finance to be able to mobilize your people and your projects. Without finance, you won't be able to do anything.
Okay.
Then at the end of the day, you'll be seen as though you are not
Capable,
competent enough.
Yeah.
But people would not know that you don't have that resources to be able to fund your project. So one challenge I have faced is finance. Then secondly, you definitely have people backlash you for no reason. People just hate you for no reason.
Even women.
Yeah. And sometimes I have also faced my own women issues because sometimes you need to encourage your own self to come out, especially when you're in that moment when you are broken, you don't feel like doing anything. You need to encourage yourself, carry yourself up because nobody will do that for you. And so these are just a few. You know, people trying to intimidate you, you can't do it because you're a woman. I think you are bigger or better off doing this and not that. I think these are just a few things I faced. Those are the challenges.
So as women in leadership, you know, sometimes you have to overcome your own depression.
Yeah.
Even though you have to go to people and talk to
Right.
them because there is the perception that you are the one catering for
Yeah,
the other
it's
women.
like a doctor going
Exactly.
Yeah.
giving medication,
Right.
and the doctor himself
How come
needs some medication.
yeah, do you understand? So how do you overcome your own depression? Because in a situation like that, I don't know who you are going to talk to
Yes,
because
talking about
people
the
are looking
funding
up to
issue
you.
too.
Do you get
Yeah.
it? People are looking up
So
to
you know,
How are
most
you
of the
able to do it?
times people rather see you as financially stable, and in your lowest moment when you don't even have finance, people feel you are comfortable, and at that point you don't even know who to turn to. You don't know who to go to
The
because
assumption.
the assumption that you are very fine, you're okay, you don't need money is there.
Yeah.
So how do I go and tell this person who thinks I'm financially stable that I need money?
Yeah,
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to find, sometimes it's just our own resources we use. Sometimes when you have a mentor, you reach out to your mentors as well. People don't make good use of their mentors. People feel mentorship is just about talking to the person and build that relationship with that person, for the person to understand and be ready to support you at any time. And so in my own space where I feel like I can't do it, you know, even I work a lot, or I'm encouraged to do more when I'm broken.
Okay.
When I'm shattered, when I'm broken, or when I'm being undermined by somebody, that is when I get the opportunity, or I get the feeling to want to do more.
That is what empowers you.
Yes. And sometimes I love it when people underrate me, because people see me and they don't believe in what I'm capable of until I take a step.
Okay.
And so most of the times when I'm being underrated in a particular space, I love it. It's something that encourages me to even
pushes you to go
to
further.
go further. Exactly. And the fear of losing. The fear of losing also gets me to, you know, do more, because I feel like I don't want to lose. Because if I lose this one, it will affect my next
like
move.
It looks like everyone is looking up to you.
Exactly.
Everyone is
So
looking
yeah,
up to
and
you,
there is somebody
so-
who is just seated and not ready to move. The person is waiting for you to take a step, then the
step.
person was.
Exactly.
And so at that point, if you slack, munina, you sleep.
Yeah.
So it's better sometimes you encourage your own self. You feel like even though the going is getting tough, we still have to move.
Still have to move.
Yeah.
And
For
even
the
a
people.
statement from people, maybe you try to do something, you're not able to do it, and also with me, like, oh, come
For
on,
me-
we are human.
For me, I like people. I dislike it when people badmouth me or backlash me. And so the idea of knowing that, yay, this girl doesn't like me, she's watching me closely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one gingers me a
Have to
lot.
be
You know,
firm.
gets
Yeah.
me going. So I mean, that's leadership in your own space. You have to have that mastermind. You have to be strong-minded.
Okay.
So always ready to thrive for yourself or persevere. Because if you don't persevere, people will leave you behind. And you look like you don't even know what you are capable of, or you don't know how to use your capabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think so far that's how I get to encourage myself to move and keep on going.
And then overcome
yes,
depression
because
and all
if
that.
if I don't do that, the system is already hot. I can't
It's
add that
hot.
to it.
The
I can't
heat is
add,
too much.
yes. And sometimes you need to talk. I have a psychologist I talk to almost every
Okay.
time when
That's good.
something bothers me, and I talk to my mommy a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I talk to my mommy a lot. I have a friend I share. She's also into the leadership space. Oh yeah, and shout outs to her, Jessica Chumesi. She's the
Who?
Jessica Chumesi.
Jessica.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's
All
the
right.
50 state NUC Secretary for Women's Development.
Oh.
Yes, I talk to her a lot. She's also in the leadership space.
Okay.
And my best friend who's in Germany, Francisca, we talk. I mean, we also share ideas and we know what to do. Sometimes, even when you are depressed and you call these two people, they make the depression look like, yeah, bro. Because immediately you tell
So
them,
you take
serious. You tell them, this is what's happening to me. Oh, madam. What is this? What is this one?
Yeah.
So you know that even the expression they give, the feedback you get from them makes you feel like this is nothing at all. Sometimes when I talk to my psychologist, he finds, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Find time for yourself. When you do, relax. And my mommy too, Charlie, you need to do this. When you talk to people, you find solutions to your problems, and not talking to just anybody.
Just anybody.
You should find the right people to talk to.
Mm.
People who have had that experience, people who are there. Then when they are giving you that advice, this is a direct advice coming from an expertise. So you wouldn't have to be wondering if you are really right or not. And you should listen to your instincts as well. What your instincts say is, for me, my instincts works for me almost 90% of the time.
Oh, really?
Yes. My instincts works for me almost all the time. And so sometimes when my instinct says, let's do this, you have to. Because if you don't do it, exactly what you were assuming or you were expecting would happen.
Will happen.
Yes.
So what are some of the self-care practices that you inculcate as a student leader or even a national leader to build your self-confidence and then feel empowered?
So I read a lot.
Okay, that's great.
I read a lot, and I try to be inquisitive about things I read about, and I try to practice them. And honestly, I'm somebody who doesn't make time. I don't have enough time to rest or sleep. So when I get a chance to sleep, I sleep a lot. I can sleep the whole day. Oh yes.
Wow.
Because, yes, when you make time to have healthy sleep, you're able to refresh yourself. It's like you revamping a wig or something for it to look all fresh and new.
Look all fresh.
So when you do that, you revive yourself.
Revitalize
Yes, and
yourself.
sometimes I take times off. And I play with kids a lot. My nieces.
That's nice.
I have pets also around. And I pray. Sometimes it's good. Yes.
Prayer works.
The
Works.
source, that the major
It's
source.
the major source.
Yes.
That is what is taking some of us to places. I pray a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the process of praying, when you cry, you feel eased. Yes. And me, when I feel like eating something, I eat it. When I feel like eating Bangkok 10,000 cities, I go and buy it and eat it because I don't get time to eat it all the time.
So once you get it,
When
you
I
like
get
it. Oh, okay.
So these are a few things I do to take care of myself, and I make sure that I rest a lot. I eat the right meal and all that. It's lately that I'm putting on weight much more, but I don't put on too much. Even this one is normal. I don't put on too much. Yes, I could lose it in a second when the stress is too much.
Okay.
So I do a few things. I take time off. Sometimes I go on vacations, and I don't have so many friends. I prefer watching movie, reading, or sleeping, and I'm maybe on a video call with a few friends. Let's share ideas. That's how I take care of myself.
So let's say women empowerment. You being in politics, student leadership, and all that. Can we term that as being feminist?
No, feminism. Of course, you can say women empowerment is because feminism is empowering women to do more for themselves and going out of their space. People feel feminism is fighting men. Please, the men, we are not fighting.
We are not fighting you.
We are not fighting you.
We can't fight
We
you.
can't fight you. Hey, landlords, we can't fight you. You see,
Oga landlord.
we can't fight you. Hey, how can we fight you? You see, feminism is just about before the days of development, right? Before the days of development, women were tagged as baby making machines.
Yeah.
During World War, the days of World War II, the Cold War and all that, those were the times you used to see that women become victims of those wars.
Okay.
And it is in those times you see that women are killed a lot, children are affected, most people are raped, and it is them that die. And so it got to a time where we say, attempt women for development. That was a time that women were educated, women were fighting for their rights, that we don't want to be victims of war. Give us guns, give us this armor cars, we'll ride them. Make us nurses, we'll take care of the sick. Make us doctors, make us cooks. This were what women were fighting for. Then during that time, feminism started occurring.
Okay.
It was when women felt like, okay, now we are pushing. We want to be feminists. We want to fight for our rights, equal rights, equity. We are not here to say, give us more than. We are here for equal rights. That is when feminism started. But some people, I don't know if it is misunderstanding or they've not really read into the field. Feminism is fighting a man. If you fight a man, I don't know, where will you go? So there's this initiative, the He for She agenda that started, I think, 2021, 2022. And that in the agenda, He for She agenda is a global call for men to support women. So it's like one man for a woman. It's a call for men to support women to attain development.
Okay.
And so we say that if you are a man, adopt one woman and help. We are calling for them to be a shoulder that we can lean on.
Train the women.
Support us. We are calling for their support in our space of leadership and in our doings. Not for them to come and take over, but for them to work side by side with us so that we can attain
a
helping hand. Exactly.
Okay.
So for me, I believe in moving with men. I tell better with even men than women. I prefer men, especially in my space, than women. And sometimes when you do that, you are able to even grow faster and you are able to learn a lot of things, because men are naturally built for pain. They
consume more of
it. They're able to endure it.
And it means so those things. So when you move closely with a man, you are able to build yourself.
Okay.
Do you get it? A woman is strong, stronger than a man, right? Emotionally. But a woman is likely to break down than a man. If we have a problem and somebody's heels are broken right now, you are likely to see a woman say, "Hey, and the man will say, "What's happening? Let me see what's going on." Even though you happen to be emotionally stronger than him, he is likely to stay for a long, but you are likely to break down immediately.
It's like we have a soft spot.
Exactly. So feminism is not about fighting them. No. It's about fighting for equal right. That if a man can control a camera, I can also control a camera. If a man can direct, I can direct. If a man can fly a plane, I can also fly a plane. That is what we are looking out for. And I'm grateful that the affirmative action bill has been passed. I'm just hoping for the president to assent on it. Then we can start working, because we have so many countries that are already doing well. I was in Rwanda in June, and you can see how their women are doing so well. And majority of them are in parliament. Majority of them are taking the leadership roles, and they are fine, and they are leading, and the country is doing so well. So well. Very neat. Everything is on point. Police everywhere, at every junction, every corner, every branch and curve. And so, I think, please don't be fighting the men.
No.
Because regardless, their money is sweeter than our own.
So their money is sweeter, having them side by side and with the organization that you are talking about, it's a way to highlight the importance, the relevance of men. It is not to shame them or to tell them that we can do better than what they are doing.
No, you can't.
But then we are trying to tell them that, whatever you are doing, we can do it too. We can help. You understand? So help us to achieve whatever
it's beautiful when you see some of these ladies in this security personnel uniforms and like a lady in the militia. That's a woman.
So that is what we are looking for, not to fight to people.
You are very powerful.
Of course,
that's
beyond
what
expectations.
Yes.
They say women are we are powerful. Women are weapons.
Yeah.
Because they said if there's a distraction, the best person to use is a woman.
Yes.
A woman can maneuver her way.
We can make and I'll make you.
Most of the wars that were fought in the past using during pre-colonial era, most of these strong men were being manipulated by women, and that's how their enemies get through to them.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, women are strong. You see, the thing is that we don't appreciate our strength as women. We don't see it. It would take a woman to see another woman do it for her to assume, then I can also accept
do it.
You see, it's society.
You see, we don't explore our strengths. We don't explore. So I was telling you that honestly, I don't follow too much female leaders because sometimes when you do that, you are being pressured to do something, and you should be able to navigate within your own strengths, explore them, and then end at the right place you want to be. It's good to have mentors. It's good to have admire this. Of course, I admire a few of them, but do not necessarily want to be in the space they want to be, because you are different people with different aspirations, with
purpose,
different purposes and mindsets.
That's where the uniqueness comes in.
And so we sometimes women we slag a bit by not seeing what we are capable of. But I believe that if every woman is able to identify their ideal self, their true self, understand what they want to be, what they ought to be, and where they are going, trust me, the world is female. People don't know that.
And God is a woman.
God is a woman. Regardless how much I've been moving around, touring, I work throughout the week, right? Then on weekends, I go out on tour. Just Friday, right after work, I was at Cape Coast. From Cape Coast on Saturday to Takwa. From Takoradi. From Takoradi to Takwa. Then from Takwa back to Accra.
In a day?
From within the weekend.
Within the weekend.
Then from Takwa ride, I came home. I got home like 2 a.m. And I slept like this 2-3 hours. Then back to the office. And this is me still grinding. And I have exams tomorrow. My exams
Woman
are started.
king.
Yes.
Wow.
But you
It's this energy. It's not everyone that has
It's
it.
not everyone that has it.
Someone who just break. Someone like me. Sometimes when I get too stressed, I'm like, Charlie, I can't kill myself.
But you know,
I'll just rest.
amidst all this, I'm still keeping composure
And
and peace because it's very necessary. You see, today I was using my pomade and I realized, my pomade is getting finished. And I called the lady who buys my pomade. I'm like, Charlie, my pomade is getting finished, so add that oil to it. Because I can't be roaming with some, dry skin, not looking too good and all that.
Just because you are doing leadership.
Some people are there, they are not listening to your policies. Others are looking forward to see you look beautiful. Others are waiting for to see you look good. Some people see me, and I met one lady who told me, I said, Queen, I'm not following you because of her policies, so it's the way you dress and the way you are composed. I may feel too much. And when I heard that, I was like, Charlie, I need to be eating so that my cheeks and my body can just form nicely. Then I can be wearing nice dresses
outfits,
and So sometimes you have to balance it. If you know you are moving at 5 o'clock, that 5 o'clock, whilst you move, you should have biscuit, drink, anything with you to keep you going.
Okay.
And you should be able to tell that at this point, I'm tired, I need to rest. At this point, I'm thirsty, I need to eat. You are human, you are not a machine, you are not a robot. Even robots get tired. At some point, they tell you, I'm tired, I need to rest. I'm tired. When you get to that point, please do rest. And be intentional about taking good care of yourself.
Very conscious.
Be very, very intentional about taking good care of yourself. So I met a gentleman who once told me that you don't love yourself. I'm like, what do you mean I don't love myself? I mean, my body is sweet for me. And the person was like, you don't love yourself because you don't make time to eat. And you think it is all about getting to where you want to get to. If you don't eat, it will surprise you that a step away from where you want to get and you would collapse. You won't even get there.
Exactly. You see, thank you so much.
All right. So, what are your last words to our ladies out there? Your last word to a lady who is who wants to go for SRC president, to the lady who doesn't even know what you do, to the lady who doesn't even know if she's a leader or she's not a leader. To the lady who doesn't even know if she's empowered or not being empowered. What do you have to say?
So all my leadership roles I've taken came like a joke or felt like a joke. As I got my men called, go, don't go. And then you happen and you are doing it.
Mm.
See, whatever you set your mind to it, even when you think you can do it, just give it a try. The worst thing that can happen is you lose or you fail.
Yeah.
But even failing sometimes is good. Because at the end of the day, you fail and you learn from it. That is where your breakthrough even happens.
Okay.
We have something I call something dignified losers or dignified loss. When you lose something, make sure you are losing with dignity, because that is where your breakthrough would come from. And that would mean that if you are doing something, you have to do it well. And when you see something you want to learn, go for it and learn. And don't forget that you need a mentor. Go for a correct mentor. Somebody who is in line with you align in the same space. Somebody who share in your vision and all that. And let that person train you, and stay humble and be ready to learn and unlearn. Be ready to learn and unlearn. Mostly some ladies feel after learning one thing, they feel that is it. No. Be ready to learn and unlearn till the last minute. Even when you are old enough, that mentor still is your mentor, because that person is who got you to where you are.
Okay.
And pray for God to give you a direction on what exactly you should do, because not every leadership position is worth the step.
Okay.
Some would lead you to glory. Some would also lead you to how do I say it? Would lead you to a certain path that's
something miserable, terrible.
Yes, that you might not want to. So to any lady out there who is looking forward to becoming the best version of herself, to becoming an inspiration to people, to believe in yourself, trust in yourself, love yourself, take care of it, and appreciate you. No pressure. No peer pressure at all. And go out for whatever you set your mind to, go out for it. And please, the most important thing, go for correct boyfriends who can teach you and educate you as well. Because what is a boyfriend if the boyfriend cannot write a speech for you? What is a boyfriend if the boyfriend cannot help you with your memos? What is a boyfriend if the boyfriend cannot tell you, my dear, if you wore this one like a little bit longer or with this heel, you look diplomatically gorgeous. Go for correct ones. And not the ones who torture you and even make you forget your dreams and aspirations. Some are there to torture you and make you. Some will tell you, if you love me, don't go and do politics. The person doesn't love you. Love yourself and go and do the politics.
Who is a boyfriend?
Exactly. So I mean,
that boyfriend.
That's all the very best. And to all Ghanaian students out there, please ensure
time
that.
For campaign.
Yes, as you know, I'm Sandra Talata Mabodobo, running for NUC Secretary for Women's Development. I mean, we've done this before. I've been there before, and this is not the time to try and text me, because I've worked with almost 3 administrations from the union, and I've done so well. This is the time to also give me the nod, to be able to connect with more people, inspire more people, and even inspire myself as well. And so come September 19th to 22nd, please do well to vote for me, as Congress is happening somewhere in the Ashanti region. And so all the best to all other delegates. And thank you so much to my team members who are doing so well. Team Talata, thank you so much. Victory is definitely awaiting.
In September.
Yes, Victoria Aseta, you know.
Yes, so September, we are coming with heat.
Someone will say, heat, Baba.
So Team Talata, thank you so much for supporting our ever beautiful Sandra. Coming September, we are hoping that we hear good news. So we are going to watch our DIY for today. What do you think it's going to be? Well, I don't know. You know, we are always bringing you new things. We want you to learn a skill. So let's go watch our DIY for today. And that is our Girls Garage.
Welcome back from the Girls Garage. And I know you out there have learned something new today. And just like we always do here on Girls School, we learn new things and we empower ladies as well. Don't just joke with our DIY. So you need to practice it. Learn new things. Because Charlie, this world here, you have to learn new things to explore new ideas and then become better people in future. Yes. And for today's guest, I don't want to talk too much. Let me leave that to Isiako. Isiako, how do you see our guest for today?
in fact, I like the DIY.
Yeah.
You know, see, Girls Coding. Somebody will be watching, just looking out for the DIY.
Yeah.
To learn something. But hey, the main discussions too. The cake canna.
Yeah, the cake canna.
Today's discussion has been so wonderful.
Exactly.
A big shout out going now to Queen Talata. Sandra Talata, thank you so much for this impactful message, for this impactful conversation. And please comment September. Please, let's all go out there and then vote for Ali. Yeah. And thank you so much for joining in, for tuning into the Girls Code. This episode has been so impactful, insightful, entertaining, and very educative. But so soon we have to end the show. I know.
Easy,
I understand.
Easy, yeah.
I know that you don't want to end the show, but the world works with time. You get it. So it is always one conversation at a time on Girls Code. You get it. So
always
this is where,
the codes.
This is where we have to end today's episode. Remember, my name is A to the S, the E to the A to the K-O, and I did this with.
My name has always been Munira, and yes, we never disappoint. We're bringing you the codes from every corner right here on Girls Code. And Girls Code, we say, inspiring ladies,
one conversation at a time. Not to forget, I see my team, my production team members, you know, shout out going to Z, my director, hey! And then our makeup artist, and then shout out Emmanuel, and then shout out going to Balak, shout out going to Steph, shout out going to Millicent, and then Prosper. I see you all, and thank you so much for making this program or this episode a success. On that note, it is a good bye. Bye.
2, 1.
This is the Girls Code.